We had two specific problems before we engaged in the relationship with MaxisIT. The first was actually doing the data transformation, getting the data ready for consumption by our programming group, and the actual delivery of that data to our project teams. The second challenge we had was actually with the predictability of when we would have that data available. It was very difficult for us to predict how long it would take to get the data in a stage that was ready to be presented to our programmers and then ultimately to our project teams. The CTRenaissance product really was a game changer for us. It automated all of the data transformation that we were dealing with and made it much more standardized. We had another initiative at the same time to work on standardizing our data collection process. And then going straight from that into the CTRenaissance product, it just made a streamlined process all the way. I think you call it in your product the low code or no code approach to data transformation. It really worked extremely well for us and helped us to reduce our cycle times, and then in turn gave us more predictability. To quantify the results of our relationship with MaxisIT really comes down to two different data points. One is in the time reduction, and then the other is in the cost reduction. First, in the time reduction, because we're able to standardize everything and leverage the CTRenaissance product, we became much more efficient in our data transformation processes. Instead of the manual processes that we were doing before, we were now going through the CTRenaissance automated process, and so a significant reduction in time. Therefore, it gave us a reduction in overall cost. The manpower we had to use before using the CTRenaissance product cost a lot more. We saw about a 40% reduction in our overall cost. The pieces of MaxisIT's tool sets that we have found most useful is obviously first the CTRenaissance e-exchange, which is the transformation module within the CTRenaissance tool that does all of our data transformations for us. And we've partnered with MaxisIT. Your resources are actually the ones working on that and performing those data transformations for us for all of our studies on the vision care side and now coming into the surgical vision as well. And then the overall statistical computing environment that is embedded within your product and the clinical data repository. We leverage all three of those significantly.